Ah, the weekend is finally here, and you select a restaurant for supper and Chinese food, of course, as it is so delectable. You're sat at a beautiful window table and provided with a menu. A set of chopsticks, which you now must use. Two choices following their removal. Little tiny paper package, what is it? If you choose option A, do you divide them? After a while, directly down the middle. Difficulty. Do you break them from option B? The joint at the tip where they are bonded. As the internet has successfully taught you. Based on widely accepted web knowledge. Option B will result in a partially broken item. Chopsticks as it was a while back. Myth regarding the proper usage. Chopsticks made an internet appearance. Alleged that the little smudges on them. Your chopsticks tips were there too. Assist you in separating the top portion later. Think you may create a from this piece. Chopsticks to lay on a cushion while the meal, which reveals out to have a surface on which to rest your chopsticks. Nonetheless, shattering the high end is really crucial. A wooden chopstick is not the proper method. So once more you arrive as planned. Place your order at the restaurant, and your waiter hands you a set of wooden chopsticks. This time, use chopsticks and choose option A. Chopsticks should be broken in half, and if you need something to keep your, ask the waiter for chopsticks if you need them. Probably have everything you need, and I simply put them on because I am the daredevil type. Having cleared this off my plate, you perhaps attempt for the remainder of the night to learn the proper grip for the chopsticks. The Chinese have begun using since 1200 BCE. I was utilizing a fork when they first began using it. They were not intended to be used as kitchen tools until 400 CE when they first began utilizing. They ate at the table in this tradition. Spread out, and eventually the Japanese developed bamboo disposables. Chopsticks currently in use 40% of people worldwide use. 30% of people use knives instead of their hands when eating. And knives, along with the final 30%. Most people who use chopsticks are from Southeast Asia and the East. Leading the field are China, Korea, and Japan. And in case you're curious, the answer is yes. There are various kinds of. Take the use of chopsticks as an example. Chinese chopsticks are the thickest and longest of all. They're frequently made. Feature sturdy walls made of melamine or bamboo. With flat tips, the substance is slick, which makes holding them even easier. More challenging now, say you're a meal with natives who use chopsticks. Here is what you need to do. Plan the location of your chopstick rests. In between bites, avoid making a. Hence, don't list them on the. You'll spill sauce all over the table. Definitely don't put them there. I'm standing up in your rice bowl, and I'm not even going to begin by mentioning how rude that looks. The best course of action would be to request a chopstick holder or a pillow, and place it. But, if that's not an option, you have the choice to lean the tips of your on the rim of your dish with chopsticks or bowl. Take note of what you're. Once you place the chopsticks in, they shouldn't be the ones to bring them down. You're having dinner with someone who certain circles as rude cultures nowadays, therefore this is how you should. Here is your hand to grasp your chopsticks. And try holding a pair of chopsticks like you would typically hold a pen. Using pencil, create an image in your head of what I would advise against repeating this. Try this. Place your thumb over the tip of the chopstick under the chopstick. Your finger has it, you must position it. Your topmost thumb and index finger. Your middle finger, which serves as both. Serving as a cushion for the upper chopstick and both a holder for the bottom one and. Your ring finger, strange as that is. A challenge. But it's not just that hard to make. Make sure you practice and keep in mind. If your finger begins to descend them, hold them as high as possible using chopsticks. As close to the finish as you can so that you can. The width of your chopsticks if you're almost a. You're an expert with chopsticks. They simply avoid using metal when cooking. And they effectively conduct heat. And is also probably going to scratch the Other varieties are at the pan's bottom. You can use chopsticks because they are quite beneficial in case you prefer to prepare tempura or fritters that need to be preserved. Swiveling from side to side and lastly, don't ever wash your. I put some chopsticks in the washing machine. If you don't, they'll probably become clogged, even when a hand washed them in the machine. Older generations done as time has moved on. Other items you may have been exposed. I'm sorry for what I'm doing wrong. Critique. I'll just highlight one thing. Little opportunity for things to be improved. You might have been struggling, such as how many times should you microwave leftovers? Having removed your food from the only to see that it's still in the because of the middle being cold. Food is consumed in microwaves closer to the frequently the heat on the plate sides first. Had insufficient time to get to the middle of your, should we say, delectable Bolognese spaghetti is more efficient to distribute your food more evenly and to the size, leaving some room in the center. Here it is, some simple, warm food. Since we've been talking effort, let's chat about food, especially chicken wings. Of us take one fiercely hot together. Take a large chunk with your hands, yet there's an easier method is to grab the wing by the bone. The two little bones twist and move. Don't worry, just slowly pull the bones out. You will receive the chicken won't feel it. After all, a juicy chicken wing without bones. When eating, remember to wash your teeth. But be certain you're doing it. Select a soft or medium-sized bristle. Using a toothbrush, your gums won't be harmed, and rather than performing mechanical up and whenever you move down, make a 45-degree angle. Then proceed in such a way that you will clean all that stubborn plaque eventually broke in a. You can ask someone for a new pair of shoes. Possibly accomplish it for you with feet that are wider. Here, or you may take action. You'll need to put on a first one. Thick pair of socks, then your hair. Blast hot air from a dryer onto one of them. Remove your shoes and bounce around your house. For about a minute, you'll observe that your shoe has gotten softer and warmer. Then do the same with the other shoe. Now if you continue to believe that the only use making your nails all shiny using nail polish pleasant and attractive, you can be in for a unexpected. Nail polish is distinctive qualities that are sticky and waterproof. It makes it quite practical when you need to make safety seals. Consequently, if a ceramic jug has chips and try using a glued it back together. A coat of clear nail paint, and now your jug is ready to use and the crack is sealed. If you don't want it to be repeated, in case you still use them, seal the envelopes. Can paint the nails with a coat of nail polish. Seal the envelope's corners and insert. Now that it's in the mail, some true magic. You are aware of how your shoelace tips work. May become torn. Hey, occasionally you can tangle the loose ends if you're afraid. Dip your shoelace ends collectively. It will lock if you dip it into clear nail polish. You can also put itself together in a position that if you experience some problems with putting the thread into the needle's eye, nail polish will stiffen the tip and it will be simpler for you to pass the test. A thread through the little hole in the. If you enjoy Gatorade, take a needle right now. You'll probably be shocked to learn this, that you've been consuming it improperly. Each and every container of there is some room for you, Gatorade. In order to retain the cap, as you won't ever lose it if they consume Gatorade once more. So, who doesn't enjoy some ketchup on their food? That tasty hot dog, but you could if you store it incorrectly. Whether it is professionally produced or not, refrigerated. Tomato sugar is often found in ketchup, and vinegar give the sauce its acidity. The vinegar is specifically acidic. What maintains the condiment's freshness and safe to consume, which explains why ketchup doesn't. Must be chilled to prevent spoiling. Bad. To make that refrigerator clean, place your ketchup on a shelf and cabinet is always at normal temperature. On a hot day, leave it outside in the sunshine. If you attempt to open it, it will blow up. I talk with a huge crimson smear all over you. From experience, and if you desire, finally, Try underlining a word on a page. Overwriting it with a bunch of random letters. This will ensure that the letters will make the word difficult to read. Will keep your secrets protected.